There's a light of mine, and I know the shine.
Joshua Brown's song is one of hope and happiness.
Let it shine. A boom, boom, boom.
A little guy thankful for the little things, like his favorite toys
I'm gonna let it shine.
and his favorite team,
Dun, 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 dun.
the St. Louis University Billikens. Appreciating Joshua's joy comes with knowing his journey. He's battled brain cancer since he was 2 months old.
He didn't walk until he was 4 years old. He didn't eat solid foods till he was probably almost 5.
Now 9 years old, that familiar foe returned for a rematch.
In December of 2012 was when we found out that there were new spots growing.
But this time around, Joshua fought cancer with a medical team and a basketball team. He connected with the Billikens through Friends of Jacqueline, an organization pairing kids fighting brain cancer with college and high school sports teams.
His personality just blossomed when he was around them.
And around no one more than Jake Barnett.
I was just like, wow, here's a kid who has confidence, who has spunk, who clearly is battling, but still, has a great attitude about it.
The Billikens rallied Josh through radiation. He hung with them on the hardwood.
That was the one they signed and gave to us for his birthday.
Teamed together,
Get out there and beat those other teams.
Slew did just that.
He'll take it himself. The defense down for Ellis.
Historic success meant a trip to the NCAA tournament. National exposure for the team and Joshua.
You're looking at Joshua Brown, 9 years old, and he's been battling brain cancer.
Three-pointer made, the first one of the night for the Bills.
But one round into the big dance,
The Ducks are moving on.
the music stopped for St. Louis U. Basketball games, like life, can't last forever. Less than 3 months after Slew's season ticked to a close, the clock was winding down for Joshua.
The tumor had spread dramatically the end of April. Within 10 days of when we had that MRI, he was in a coma.
On Sunday, June 2nd, after a month in a coma,
Taking longer to breathe, taking longer to take a breath, until he just stopped breathing.
Really, the last thing that I remember was when he was going into the coma. He said lots of praise, and we've always kind of wondered about that. It's like, well, where did that come from?
I think in those moments, everything kind of slows down, and you start remembering, oh man, like this is for real. Like, he's not here anymore. I won't go to his house and see him, tomorrow.
Jake spoke at Joshua's funeral.
Here's a kid who struggled, who had a lot of problems, but yet in hindsight had a hope and a motivation that was not of this earth.
Through wins and devastating losses, teammates pick each other up. The Billikens carried Joshua to his final resting place.
We have all the confidence in the world that he is in heaven, that he is healed.
For the Browns, part of moving forward
I would be ironing his dress shirts before he would go to school.
means going back to a place and people keeping Joshua's memory alive.
On behalf of Billiken Basketball, Athletic Director Chris May would like to present a 2012-2013 Atlantic 10 Conference Championship ring to the Brown family.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow, that's
No, it has his name on it. It makes you proud as a mom to know that, Joshua's influence was so huge in just that short time.
An influence the Browns share through their foundation, Joshua's Great Things.
Every night before Joshua would go to bed, he would say, God will do great things in me. And he wouldn't go to sleep until he said it. And we believe that. That's how he lived his life, doing great things, influencing people. And that's what we want to see continue.
Living life on borrowed time, Joshua Brown shared his greatest gifts: hope, happiness, and a light that shines eternal.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I'm Mike Colombo, News 4. Mount Olive, Illinois is the kind of small town where you don't need the street signs to know where you're going. That's a good thing because the street signs have been knocked down just like many of the buildings here on Main Street. But like most small towns, the people here know each other, and they know exactly what it's going to take to clean up and rebuild. The locomotive roar heard through Mount Olive as the sun rose, much different than what ripped and rumbled down Main Street late last night.
Next thing I know, the door swings open, stuff starts flying around the kitchen, and then roof comes off, rain starts pouring in. I took off running downstairs.
This morning, a good walk spoiled. Wrecked wood, broken bricks, fallen flags. About 6 miles southwest in Staunton, crews peeled back the roof at Bill's IGA like an aluminum can. Thankful for manpower and machinery, they're turning the page on Mother Nature's rage. With no injuries reported, the focus becomes...
Well, the next step, from this point on is, like I said, we just need to make sure that citizens are all safe. We got several people in town that are on oxygen, on several medical supplies. Half the town at this point is out of power. We just want to make sure we get their, the needs that they need fulfilled.
If you're looking for a silver lining, know you'll be able to buy again at Bill's, tip them back in time at this tavern, and trust Matt won't have to move. When you look at the front of the building and you take a look down the street here, you got to feel pretty lucky.
Very. I'm happy that everybody else made it out okay, though, too, Just relieved everybody's okay.
Reporting in Mount Olive, I'm Mike Colombo, News 4. There's a predator lurking in these St. Charles woods.
All the kids know and see him. We try to tell them to stay away from him.
But they've all had a creepy encounter.
He makes a weird noise.
I'm afraid one of them is actually going to get hurt.
You guys just want him caught, right?
Yeah. We didn't want to kill him, but if we have to go to that, then
they'll do whatever's necessary to stop him. News 4 Investigates has given chase to our fair share of bad guys, but this one proved particularly elusive. For Anna Steffer, this is public enemy number 1. She says this fox is a killer, a chicken killer. And they were just dead in there?
There was actually just feathers in there. The bodies were gone. He got them out.
Now her chicken coop is empty, and she's full of fear. You believe that this poses much more of a safety hazard with a lot of the children who live in this neighborhood.
That's true. Also because I do live close to a stream and there has been a lot of flooding. He does have a family and he's moved them to a vacant house, several houses down. That's not good because a lot of the children in the area wanted to go pet them and play with them.
Finding a fix for this fox fiasco hasn't been easy. Anna called animal control, who passed her off to several other agencies. The best solution any of them gave was to try trapping the fox herself. We asked Teresa Williams, St. Charles Director of Humane Services, for an explanation.
So there really is not an organization that I know of, Humane Society, Animal Control, that will go out and just remove them or replace or relocate them.